Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we have none other than my September bullet journal plan with me video. And I am actually picking this month's theme because it was my second choice for my August theme. It was sushi because if you know me, you know that I love sushi very, very much, maybe a little bit too much, but yeah, it is my favorite food. So I thought it would do a really cute theme as well for my bullet journal. For the title page, I just started off by writing in September with my Fudenosuke pen, and then I drew two little chopsticks just behind it. And then I use a dark green pen. I actually used my Art and Fly brush pen and Fineliner dual tip pens for this because I thought the dark green color for that was optimal. And I also used my Crayola Supertip in like a magenta E color for the toppings and things and and shrimps and all that good stuff. So the two main colors for this month's spreads are going to be dark green and this like pinkish reddish color. So I just kind of doodled a bunch of little sushi items around the title page, and then I used my Art and Fly Fineliners to kind of messily go around them and outline them, and we kind of did this similar technique a couple months back, and I just really like the look that it gives. It just kind of looks messy and cute, I guess. So I did that with all the little sushis, and you can kind of see how I drew them. Very easy, very simple designs, nothing too complicated. And immediately it was looking very yummy, very, very tasty. I then used my Crayola Supertip to go and add a little bit of a drop shadow to the title. It just made it like pop a little bit more. And that was it for the title page. And then for my monthly spread, I again wrote out September at the top and then used my ruler and a fine liner to draw in some chopsticks underneath it as kind of like an underlining technique. I then used the green pen actually to draw out the grids for the days of the month. And then I just made some little black ovals at the top, which is where I'm going to write the days of the week. And then I thought it would look really cute to use my Crayola Supertip and just add like little red dots as like the placement for the days of the month that I'm going to write in later. And it kind of just looks like fish egg in each one of the squares. I think it looks cool. I had some free space at the bottom because I'm actually adding my mood tracker separately this month. So I used that space to write in a quote that I saw on Pinterest that was really cute, which is "Let the good times roll like a sushi roll." I thought that was funny, so sue me. Then on the right there, I obviously added in my monthly tasks and goals and also my YouTube planner. And yeah, my YouTube planner is where I write down all the videos that I'm planning on making / posting that month. And of course, my monthly tasks is my monthly tasks. I then also had like a little bit of a little space between those two and the monthly calendar, so I drew in like two little chopsticks as if it's like looking down on the table, and this is like dinner. I don't know, I think it looked pretty cute. And basically decorated all the rest of the page with more sushi doodles. I then obviously went in with my fine liner and outlined all of the little sushis that I doodled. Then I went in with my white gel pen, my jelly roll, and added in the days of the week to each one of the oval little thingies at the top. And then I also use this a lot throughout the spreads. I just use my Crayola Supertip in red to kind of add like little fish eggs into all the random empty spots, just to kind of like little confettis. I just think it was a good way to fill up the space. And that was it for my monthly spread. And next up, we've got my habits tracker and my expenses tracker. So I used my Fudenosuke pen to add like a black stripe at the top and then write tracker at the bottom. And then later on I'm going to use my Jelly Roll white pen to write in block capitals, habits and expense trackers. So for my habits tracker, I again used the whole technique of drawing in the calendar for each tracker, but I used a green pen to do this because the way that I'm going to mark off each habit that I've done every day is by adding a little red dot into the day. So it's gonna basically look like very weirdly shaped sushi rolls for every habit at the end of the month, hopefully. So I drew them all out with a green pen and then added a red stripe at the top where I then wrote in each habit with my Fineliner. And then I gave you guys a little demo of what it will look like when I fill in my habits, hopefully. Then for my expenses tracker, I just kept it very, very normal and simple as I always do. I wrote in my expenses at the top with my Jelly Roll pen and then created my little table where I have a column for the description, a column for money coming in, and a column for money coming out. And then I added a red stripe to the top so we could add a little bit of color to the page. And then I used my zero Mildliner in gray because I couldn't find my Tombow dual brush pen in gray, so this had to do, and just added a little gray stripes to my table. So the next double page was my brain dump, and I thought it would look really cute for this month to make it into like a sort of bento box and kind of separate the page into little segments, because I kind of already do that by nature by the end of the month, so everything looks a little bit more cohesive and separated and clean. So I used my Art and Fly brush pen to draw out the bento box, so to say, and draw out the little segments, and then kept one little segment just at the bottom there where I drew in some sushis, like as if you're looking down at the bento box, and I think this ended up looking really adorable, so I really liked how it came out. I then also drew two little chopsticks at the top underneath the title and added a little drop shadow with my Fineliner to the title. I think it's going to look even more cute once all of the little squares on the page is filled in with all of my lists and planning and stuff. I just think it's going to look very adorable and like an actual bento box. So next up, it was time for my mood tracker, and this month I decided to do it separately because I had a cool idea for it. So I basically drew out 31 little sushi rolls, one for each day of the month, and I just drew out the seaweed part, the green part out on the outside, because the way that I'm going to dictate my mood tracker is by the amount of fillings there are, and I made a little key at the bottom of the page that you guys can kind of see how I'm going to do it. But basically, the more fish eggs that there are inside each sushi, the better my mood was on that day. And I think it's going to end up looking really cool at the end. Yeah, that was pretty much it for my mood tracker. Next up, I had my weekly spread, and because this first week of September is kind of going to be a bit chill for me because uni hasn't started yet, I just kind of kept it all on one page. And yeah, I basically used 2 columns on the same page and then kept my weekly tasks just at the top there. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to need much more space than this for this specific week, so I thought this looked pretty good enough. I then also didn't like how the numbers looked on the page, so I went back in with a green pen and added a little dark green circle to the end of each stripe, and then I went back in with my Jelly Roll pen and added the days of the month again. Yeah, added a little drop shadow of green to my weekly tasks, and I didn't film this, but I did go in with my Jelly Roll pen and added week 2 to etc. in that black box. So that was pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw sushi for like 10 minutes. This was really fun to make. I hope you guys liked it. If you recreate any of these designs, don't hesitate to tag me on Instagram. I love seeing them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great September, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!